Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Drew Novak of Dewitt Track and Field. How's it going?
Doing very well, thank you. I'm happy to be on here. It's awesome.
All right. It has been quite the track season for you. Just kind of talk about how it's been going so far. I know with all these conference meets heading up there because we are getting really close to conferences to regionals, and then sooner or later it will be the state meet. How is the season going for you?
Sweet. So season's going good. Right now, I'm kind of just been in that tune-up phase, getting ready to run the big meets, the ones that matter, the ones where you want to perform the best. So that's where I'm at in my season right now. We had a good training day today, so I'm just getting ready to go. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Why don't you just remind everybody what events you do run?
All right, sweet. So I'm a sprinter. So my opens I run 100, 200, and then relays I've gotten in the 4x1, 4x2, and 4x4. So I'm kind of your typical sprinter that you think of, and I think I can do a couple different things.
Okay, what's it, when did you know that when did you want to be like a sprinter in track?
So that was I'd started running in middle school, but that was track for me was always kind of just something I did to get ready for the football season in the fall. It was just something I could use to get faster. But then I think it was probably about my sophomore year when I started dropping some serious time, and I realized, hey, I might be able to do something with this. I might be kind of good at this. So then that's when I went head first right into track, and it's hadn't looked back since, and it's gone great.
Yeah. Um, really just, what is your favorite event to run, you think?
Probably the 100 right now. I feel like that's been my most successful, and it's always so satisfying to me being able to have everything go right and run that time you want.
Yeah. Okay, so like when you're like okay, let's get in your head a little bit. Kind of take me through like your routine before you head in to run one of these things. Like what do you like to do?
All right, sweet. So my routine, I'm a creature of habit. So this is the same thing I've been doing since my winter season. I take my sweet time warming up. I make sure that's the majority of my pre-race routine. I always start with my slow stretches, my static stretches. Then after that, I'll work into my blocks so I can get just a little bit of experience, some sprint reps right before I actually gotta go. And then I'll get to into some more fast twitch drills right before up until I have to run. And then by that time, I'm ready to go. So that's kind of my routine. Really, I just make sure I can extend my warm up so I'm feeling as good as possible when I'm ready to run.
Yeah. Are relays different from when you're running like the standard 100 or the 200?
They can be. It can always vary on the exchange zone. So like let's say I get the baton later in the exchange zone, I might not be running that full 100 meters of a 4x1. It might be like in the 90s. Same thing with the 4x2. Like if I get the baton a little earlier, it might just be a little farther. So it can be distance wise. I don't really notice it personally when I'm running, but it can differ a little bit if that makes sense.
How long did it take for you to get the hand on the handoffs there?
Shoot, I mean it's just a lot of practice, and I mean, sometimes we struggled a little bit just starting off running with a group of guys, but I love my relay team. We've been running with each other for a couple going on 3 seasons now, so we've got it down pretty well. But I'd say that it takes like once you get back knocking the rust off, it takes probably a good couple practice sessions to get them down where you feel confident.
Yeah, not too often you have you running with just a lot of the same guys because usually you have a bunch of guys that, may have graduated or
Right.
you're only with for 1 year, but a lot of you guys have been together for, 3 years. That you don't see that often.
No, you don't. I feel super fortunate to be able to run with my 3 guys, Jensen, Gavin, Julian. I love them all to death. They've been great teammates, and we've gotten to be really successful. And I think that makes me super happy considering where we came from as just freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, for sure. This track season, we got conferences coming up in the next few weeks. Heading into that, and these are the meets that you really want to perform well in. What are some of the things that you've kind of done, this week and really heading into next week to get ready for the big conference meet before heading into regionals?
So right now it's just make sure I'm tapering off my training right, make sure I'm getting the work in that I know I need to get before I go run. So like for instance, example, today was a max velocity day. So we just had some max flies, but it's pretty fast. So you're running fast, but you take a little bit of rest, make sure each rep is the quality that you want it. And I don't cut short my recovery either. I make sure I'm feeling as good as possible. That I know anything that might have been even tweaked a little bit, I try to make sure I know I'm aware if there is anything, and I try to make sure I feel as good as possible going into those races.
When did you know that you could, I know that, track and field it's always been, but when did you really know that you could really continue your track and field past high school?
That honestly, I would have to say last season, my junior season. That's when things started coming together. I started to drop a little bit more time, and I actually got in contact with a couple of different college coaches. I'm like, wait a second, I might be able to keep doing this at the next level, which was just amazing to me. Because if you'd asked me, I don't know, 2, 3 years ago, if I'd be able to run track in college, I'd have thought I probably wouldn't have been able to tell you yes.
Well, you are going to run track in college and you're not going very far to do it.
No, not at all.
You're heading to Michigan State to continue your track career, but is it, I mean, usually why Michigan State? Is it just like the close to home feel for you?
I mean, yeah, Michigan State, that's I've always the main thing for me was finding a place that feels like home. I mean, Michigan State has been home for my entire high school career. I'm familiar with the area. I have so many people who I care about who care about me over there, and it seemed like a no-brainer at the end of the day.
To you know, to go there to not go very far, what's that like to, to continue what you've been able to do, throughout these years? What does that mean to you to kind of run for? I don't know if you were a Michigan State fan growing up, but oh, you were okay. You are.
Yeah.
What does
I
it mean to go to the school?
don't know if you can see, but
Yeah, I mean, well, you may have committed there and you maybe just put it on, but you never. But yeah,
of course.
what is that like for you to go to the school you've always wanted to go to?
I mean, honestly, the dream come true, honestly. Like I remember coming in, like when I was first really getting into track, I'm like, Michigan State's the end goal. That's where I want to be at. And to actually be able to make that happen, it's like making my little freshman, sophomore year dream come true. And I couldn't be more happy about it.
Yeah. Um, I know you don't have a lot more days left of high school.
Sure.
This is at time of recording, this is your last week.
Yes, it is.
Um, is it, can you believe that you're only 4 days away?
Jeez. I mean, not it feels like it flew by, honestly. Like it feels like just yesterday I was a little freshman still doing half days because of COVID, but
That's
now
right. That was the
I,
COVID.
that was my COVID year, but now here I am getting ready to graduate here in less than a month. It feels unreal, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Um, I know you want to, to end your high school track career, going out on top. What would that mean to you to have a successful day at regionals and to place in the state meet to win a state title? What would that mean to you to kind of cap off your career in that way?
Shoot, that it would mean a lot because then to me that would facilitate that the work I've been putting in has has been accomplished. That I've accomplished the goals that I think I am capable of, and it would just be amazing to be able to bring that type of I don't want to say publicity, but it would be amazing to bring that back to Dewitt, back to this community, and just have something to show for all the work we've been putting in.
Absolutely. All right. Drew, let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Let's do it.
Okay, favorite athlete growing up?
I'm gonna be super basic and just say Usain Bolt because I can never get over watching that guy run. But recently, though, okay, there's another Jamaican, Asafa Powell. I think that dude just does everything perfectly, and I've always loved watching him.
Yeah. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oof, shoot, I know that's a good one. All right, man. Probably remember the Titans. Honestly, old school football movie. I've always really enjoyed that one.
Best moment from this could be from track season, from football season, from any season throughout your high school career.
Okay. Oh, I got that one. It was last season, actually. It was the start. It was my very first AAU outdoor track meet with my club, Tone Up Elite over in Grand Rapids. It was the
Okay.
AAU regional meet getting ready to go to Junior Olympics. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how I'd run, and I ended up winning the region outright in the 100 meters. So I got to go compete at the Junior Olympics in the 100 meters. And I just remember I was the new kid on that team, so I remember how just supportive they were, the team, the coaches right after that, and that's my all-time favorite moment from my high school career.
What is something people do not know about you, Drew?
Shoot.
Or like,
Um,
what's an interesting fact people may not guess
interesting fact,
about?
shoot, I mean, I've moved around a lot, so I'm actually not originally from Michigan. I was born in Nashville, Tennessee. My dad was
Really?
yes, he's a football coach, so we moved around. We've moved around a little bit, so
Nice.
that's kind of me. We've been a couple places, but now here I am.
Yeah. Um, and let's see. Finally, what is okay. Favorite TV or streaming show currently or in the past?
Off the Office, hands
Okay.
down.
All right.
I can't get enough of that show.
Nice. All right. Well, Drew, thank you so much for coming on and best of luck for the rest of this track season and we'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely appreciate it.